Good afternoon. This is Passionate Bliss, and I wanted to hop back into Married at First Sight, Season 20, Episode 6, New Home Keys and Jet Skis. And they are, at this point, 7 days in. They are going to meet with therapy. Um, and let's start with our MAGA couple, Nick and Courtney. They have actually broken the ice at this point. They are cooking with gas. They are having fun together. They are working out, and it's a playful competition. They look like they are getting along really good. They go to couples therapy, and his only complaint is that he feels like it is low on physical touch. No kissing. Doesn't know if she's even attracted to him. They admit, both of them, that the flirty warmth isn't there. And her response is that she's not used to being with a stranger. She doesn't even know how to demonstrate affection, apparently. She's asking, is this enough? Is this too much? Because apparently her parents weren't touchy feely. And so they did not, I guess, touch and feel on her. She received no affection as a child. And as an adult woman, she does not know how to give affection. And she seems surprised that he wants it, even. That, oh, this is normal? What's normal? So it's really like she's stunted, as far as affection. And so another couple where the female is stunted uh, in what she's able to offer, and the man is feeling the lack. So maybe if she looks at it as a project, she seems like she's trying to learn. She looks like she's willing to learn. So maybe she can learn to be affectionate. I guess he's going to have to teach her to get to a happy medium, but she's not against it. I do feel that she's saying, I'm not used to being with a stranger, yet you willingly jumped into a marriage with a stranger. Here, once again, the therapist, in my opinion, is coddling this frigid woman. And she does it again with the other one, with Devin and his wife, saying, it's only been 7 days. We're working on it. And, but these are things that he's noticing, because even though it's a arranged marriage where they've jumped ahead of the courtship, there should be a certain level of progression. And to me, to be in this setting voluntarily, these women are really resisting the progression. But then you also want to keep in perspective, it's only been 7 days. But basic physical attraction to somebody that you've already lowered the barrier, I'm already married. There should be a little bit more if there is basic physical attraction. But again, this is a woman who has been stunted by her upbringing. So maybe she will come along, maybe she won't. He doesn't seem like it's, necessarily put him off at this point. So we'll see how they go. Next couple I have is Michelle and Cameron. This is the little Asian lady and the basketball player coach. They are expressing that they are enjoying each other's company. They seem to be excited about being married. He feels very strongly about her. And this couple is a breakout surprise to me. And his reservations, he's talking about them less and less. And he seems to be laughing, and he seems to be more comfortable. Maybe he was just uncomfortable, and I took it as disinterest. But we shall see. I still, at this point, don't know about them. I'm just going to make them a big question mark, because I had them pegged that they were going to fail without question. I also had the MAGA couple pegged that they were going to fail without question. So I'm putting them both in question mark status. How about that? Felipe and Tori. Tori talks about how she feels that their first time being intimate is going to be so special. And she says even that they love each other. They are discussing on their date what they like about each other. They're talking about their level of commitment to each other. She's looking into his eyes. She's nodding. She's kissing him, and he's kissing her. She talks about another one saying how hard it is to be transparent and to share when she's going through things. I guess because I'm so open, and I have been told before in the past that everybody's not like me, and that I'm wide open with it, and most people aren't like that. So it's kind of hard for me to comprehend these people who aren't transparent, especially when you jumped already into a ready-made marriage. So you're not going to be transparent. You're not going to share your feelings when you're going through things. And she feels comfortable enough with him, however, to do so. And so she shared about her mother's health concerns and how it impacted her. And he was very empathetic towards that. He did make it easy for her to share that. So once again, we're married for a week with this couple. And he's with her back in the apartment now from the honeymoon. He's making out with her on the couch. And, you know, it's getting hot and heavy. They move it to the bedroom where he then, it appears, presses for sex. Now, she has said before that she wants it to wait and she's looking forward to it being special and says that they love each other, okay? And she's wanting it to be a special thing. So he presses for the sex. She gives in, and 2 hours later, we see her walking out of the bedroom with a pillow going to sleep on the couch. She says that it's not him, it's not the sex, but it was a level of intimacy that she was not ready for. Felipe, let me tell you right now, it was the sex. The sex was lousy. This is shy woman code who doesn't want to embarrass her husband. The sex was lousy, sir. Never in the history of womanhood has a woman had an enjoyable sexual encounter, received an orgasm, enjoyed it thoroughly, and then made a beeline for the couch. That has never happened. She's being kind by saying it's not you and it's not the sex. It is. Because you pressed her for sex before she was ready, so she was not in love with you. So you were being judged on your performance alone, on your technical skill in and of itself. And you failed. You failed. It was not special. She thought it was going to be so beautiful. But you did not let her fall in love with you. Now, for you men who don't know, when a woman is in love with you, it makes the sex at least 10 times better. And she'll be hot and bothered and craving for you, even though you're not that good, because she loves you. And any woman in the sound of my voice can raise her hand if she's truthful and admit that once she fell out of love with this guy and she was not with him anymore, when she thinks back on that sex, it wasn't that good. The only thing that made it good was the fact that you loved him. And even though he's moved on and he's with a new woman, you ain't jealous of her at all, because you know exactly what she is and is not getting in that bedroom. And she ain't got nothing you want. So that's what has happened here in this case. He pressed it before she had the love to cover over his poor performance. And all she's walking away is with a poor performance that was forced on her sooner than she wanted it to be. So she's lying. It was the sex and it is you, because you pressed before you should have. So that's what happens when you guys want to press to get your rocks off. Now you got a woman that don't want to sleep with you no more because she was not ready and you pushed it. But then again, in his defense, she could open her mouth and said that, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I know you want this, but I'm not ready. But she does not seem like the type who does that. There are a lot of women like that. They allow men to pressure them into things that they don't want and then get mad about it afterwards. Okay, so my next couple, we're going on to my older black couple, Sean and Nikki. These two have conflict every day, according to Nikki. She says, we have conflict every day. And he describes it as volatile. She describes him and her interaction with that conflict with him as nasty. She says that he can be nasty. I peeped that about him already. He's nice, nasty too with it. And so I already peeped that about him. But she said that he can be nasty. And so apparently there was some kind of dust up at the airport on their way home where she walked off. He couldn't find her and he didn't see her again until it was time to sit down on the plane next to him. And they continued to bicker back in the apartment after the airport. And she puts him on the couch. So he has to sleep in the doghouse on the couch his first night home. The next day, however, these two, apparently when they get sleep, a lot of stuff works itself out in the nap, but they are the next day recommitted to improving and moving forward. And he compliments her on being forgiving, and they compliment each other on trying and working, and she's still willing to say, well, things can be fixed, and she has had to grow and learn in that way. So these two have not given up on this. They are not giving up on each other. They're going to give it 100%. And honestly, I have a lot of hope for them because I feel like because they're so mature and they're so intelligent, and I think their sense of humor is compatible, because she seems to enjoy herself when they're having a good time. She's enjoying herself truly, and he seems to be enjoying himself as well. So I feel like they are going to make it. I hope they're going to make it, because her desire for him, I think, will grow. And she feels like a lot of his attitude is because he just realized that she's not attracted to him. And so that may be the case. And once he settles into that and realizes that for women, attraction can grow. For men, attraction does not grow. If they are not attracted to you when they meet you, they will never be attracted to you. And they will still sleep with you. But it doesn't grow for men. It grows for women. And so hopefully he can just, trust in that. And I think time will go, because the thing about it, even though they're bickering every day, this is because they don't know each other. They both have strong personalities. They are both, as he put it, used to being the sun in their universe. And now they have to to try to cohabitate with somebody who's equally, basically big bosses. They're both big dogs in their circles. And so they are used to operating that way. And they have to accommodate for another person. It's like two alpha personalities. But you can get along with two alpha personalities. Two alpha personalities can get along just fine. They can. And so they're just having to navigate that. And they're smart enough and mature enough to do it, I think. And I think that they're, once they have gotten a lot of this out of the way initially, it will be smooth sailing from then on once they get into a groove. And they're at this point, I feel like, trying to find the groove. But they're both, pleasant people. And I think they both want to be agreeable people. And they're both intellectual. I can tell that they stimulate one another intellectually. And she really, really enjoys that. And so I think that they're going to make it. But they're so funny acting. I don't know. They're so funny. But I really think that I just see so much potential for them. It's such a good benefit. Now, the next couple, Marissa and Adam. Marissa and Adam are still giggling. They are still flirting. They are kissing. They are jet skiing. They are having a ball. But I still think that other shoe is about to drop. And I still have them pegged as ready to fail. Because what he's displaying is not at all like who he was before he met her. Before he met her, he was a butthole. He was demanding. He was rigid. And I'm supposed to believe that now that he's gotten married to her, he's changed. And that he was hiding all that from us. I really don't think so. I think that dude is going to show back up. And she's going to experience him. She's not experiencing the first dude that we met before she showed up there looking attractive to him. And then he starts screwing her. So yeah, they're still, sleeping together, enjoying it. And it's amazing for them right now. And I love that for them. Devin and Caitlin. This to me is the saddest couple on this show. Because this man came in here with such high hopes. Ready for connection, ready to be intimate, ready to be, he seems like a people pleaser. He wants to really cater to her, according to him. And she's just a cold fish, really. She's calling herself a black cat. Like she thinks that's something cute. This lady has said, even with the therapist, he said, can we work on eye contact? So he's like asking for the bare minimum. For her, she says less is more. Who goes into a marriage thinking I'm going to give as less as possible, and that's more? And you think that somebody else is really supposed to be okay with that and love that? Was she? Did she tell the therapist, when they met her for this show, less is more? So she's calling this man needy, and he's asking for something basic like eye contact. So he says in therapy to the therapist, can we work on eye contact? She says, well, I have worked on eye contact. He says, I feel like you haven't. And while she was saying, I have worked on eye contact, she was not giving him eye contact. And he says, I feel like you haven't. And here again, the therapist comes in and coddles her. And says, well, it's only been a week. Let's take baby steps. And eye contact is not baby steps. That's basic intimacy. Basic intimacy. He can't even get basic intimacy from this lady. To look me in the eye when I'm talking to you. And weird. Now, I will say this about eye contact. I don't know her. But I struggled with eye contact. But that's me. And I'm special. Because I have ADD. And so if I'm looking in your eyes when you have making eye contact and I'm talking to you, if I'm looking to you in your eyes and in your face while I'm talking to you, I'm going to get distracted because I have ADD, and I'm going to think about, oh, his oh, I didn't notice he had that wrinkle beside the side of his mouth. Okay, his eyelash on this side is dipping down, and I'll start reaching to his face to flip up his eyelash, or his eyebrow isn't smooth, or I'll be looking at, oh, he's got a little dry patch of skin right there. But see, the thing is, like, so for me, even when I'm talking to somebody, if I'm speaking, I will not look at them because I will get distracted by their face or their hair. This side of his hair is fluffier than the other side, or if her bangs is crooked right here, and so I don't look at them when I'm talking to them because I will get distracted by their face and the way they look, and I will forget what I'm saying or what it is I wanted to say. So while I'm talking, I will not look at that person, but once I'm done, I will go right back to eye contact and looking at them while they're talking, because for one, I'm reading their facial expression, I'm hearing what they're saying, I'm processing it all. So for me, eye contact looks like that. If you're talking to me, I will be looking right at you. But while you're talking to me, I might look down, I might look to the side. Well, not while you're talking to me. While I'm talking to you, I might look down, I might look to the side. I might even walk behind you while I'm talking to you because I'm talking. But once I stop talking, I will turn around and look at you, or I'll come back in front of you so I can see you. So, but she's not even doing that. So I could have excused her if that was the case, because I would have recognized it right away. That or even if she's expressing herself, she may feel vulnerable while she's talking and she can't look at you right now. But when you're talking, she should absolutely be looking at you while you're talking, 100%. So I couldn't even give her that. That's how bad she is. So I don't know what her issues are. I don't know if she got ADD, or she fears intimacy, or she feels vulnerable and is uncomfortable. But these are things that she should have worked on before you decided to go get married to somebody. Now, if they have a counselor, not this lady, because she's coddling. If they had a counselor, she needs an individual counsel to find out, why are you uncomfortable looking this man in the eye when he talks? And it could very well be the case that she's never had to confront this about herself, because no one has shown this mirror to her. They just ghost her. The a-holes that she's used to dealing with, they get sick of this mess and they ghost this lady. She gets ghosted a lot, I can tell you that right now. So, this guy, I actually feel bad for this guy. And I resent that you making me feel bad for a white man in 2026 in Trump's America. You got me feeling bad for the most privileged people on this planet. I'm feeling bad for a white man, and I resent that. I resent Married at First Sight for that. Okay, Mecca and Bella Jolie. Mecca is a huge disappointment to me. The two of them they're still having fun. She's still smiling and talking. She is flirting, and she says that she will continue to smile and flirt. But she's going to leave anything more than that to him, because she's not running behind no man. She's not chasing no man down. Their bond, however, is clearly growing. He makes a statement that is concerning to me. I think I was matched with my best friend. So to me, does that mean that you have friends on this lady? That all you feel for her is friendship? Is that what that means? Because he's having a good time talking to her. He's playful. She's receiving it. She thinks he's adorable. She thinks he's hilarious. She thinks he's just all of that. And he's aware of it. So what does this actually mean? Mecca, I'm starting to think that maybe you like white women. Because you give that speech, I like who likes me. That's an excuse that people who get confronted about dating outside of their race often use. I've heard this multiple times. And it was always from somebody who was dating outside of their race. Mecca, I think you like white women. Or Latino women, or Asian women, anybody but black women, maybe. That's what I'm starting to think, Mecca. You wanted to try it with a black woman because your daddy wanted you to. Your daddy said he don't like that. I like who likes me. So you did this. You let the experts find you the perfect black woman for you, to see if you could actually really like a black woman. They really did, I think, actually find the perfect black woman for you, because you bonded over your missing parents. And you're trying to be there for each other. The chemistry is off the chain. He likes her. She likes him. There's no reason he should be having all this carrying on and making conflict where there is none. So, I don't know about Mecca. And the problem is Mecca, it is not her. She's perfectly fine. She's beautiful. She's engaging. She's funny. She's smart. She's artistic. There's nothing wrong with this lady at all. If there's a problem here, it's going to be Mecca. He's the dud. And attraction is as attraction does. If you're not attracted to this lady, then you're just not attracted to her. That's not no crime. Because he did not pick her, she did not pick him. Strangers pick them for one another. And there's no accounting for attraction. So, that's it for the couples. That's it for my review of Married at First Sight. Let me know what you think. Has Mecca friend zoned her? Will Nikki and Sean make it through? Will they smooth out their bumps in the road? How long is it going to take Devin to get sick of this cat lady? When is the real Adam going to show up? Will the MAGA couple make it? Let me know below. Comment, like, subscribe, and hype the video if you can. And with that being said, y'all have sweet dreams and wait to find them real.